And hello and welcome to a special edition with me actually being on screen. I don't usually do it this way, but I decided, hey, what the heck? Let's just do it this way because I want to show you that I'm actually a person and not AI or whatever this technology that's going on. And I apologize ahead of time if it doesn't show all of me. The blur kind of comes in, but at least you can see me, right? So if I don't look at the screen, that's because I'm not used to looking at one. I just usually do my own thing, but I'm glad that you're here today because I wanted to talk about a special topic. And it came to my mind as I woke up this morning. And I thought to myself, you know, I had a lot of things happen in my life. And my biggest goal in my life was to always accomplish my dreams. And no matter if someone told me whether they were able to be accomplished or not, I always tried my best to get it done. Now, at one point in my life, I let somebody tell me that my dreams weren't able to be accomplished, but we'll get that part of that topic in just a little bit. But I want to thank you so much, first of all, for watching this podcast today. If you're enjoying the topic at all, please like, share, comment, subscribe, and then also ring that bell for notifications for new videos that come out on all of the Kent Holste Podcast channels, including the Corner Ropes or our community podcast where we interview people. But the main thing I do want to talk about too before we get started, this is a podcast about being a community. It's about being one as a group of people. And I want to make it abundantly clear that if you have something to say, make sure that it's nice. I don't want to block. I don't want to delete comments that are inappropriate. I want people to be supportive, be a community. That's what this podcast is all about. So do that today. So let's get into today's topic. And today's topic is very simple. It's about if you have dreams, if you have goals, aspirations, anything like that, do it. Don't let people tell you that your dreams, your aspirations are not true because they are possible. You know, my dream at one point was to be a rock star, play the drums because I played the drums. I got my first drum set by my parents. Thank you, Mom and Dad. Back when I was in first grade. And ever since then, it was just, I loved playing the drums. I couldn't read music. I improvised, kind of like the movie Drumline. That was kind of like me in band at grade school. I couldn't read an ounce of music, but I saw what other people were doing and I just copied it. And it was hard. It was difficult, but I still did my best. And somehow I think I passed, but I don't know. But let me tell you this. My other dream was a buddy of mine. His dad was a radio DJ on one of the local radio stations. And I thought it was so cool that he got to be on a device, to be on a Walkman, to be on the radio and hear him every morning. And I was like, man, I want to do that too. And then through listening to that, I was so intrigued by sportscasting with basketball. And I was listening to what eventually would be my mentor, someone that I got to meet in person. And a few years ago, he passed away. And that's Mick Holeen, the voice of the Grizz. And I actually, on our podcast channel here, have an interview with him. And I'm so thankful I had a chance to interview him because he was a great guy. And, those are the dreams. And someone encouraged me and called me Big K. And that's how the abbreviation of Big K came about. Is a former coach of mine would always go Big K, go Big K, and it just kind of stuck. So when my broadcasting uh, career started, I guess you could say, when I was broadcasting basketball games on cassette tape at my dad's school, I called it Big K Sports, and then it turned into Big K Productions because I was doing basketball tournaments in Portland, Oregon. And then it turned into the Kent Holste Podcast, and that's where we are today. And I got to tell you, this is what it's all about. It's about accomplishing your dream, because I may have not been able to get into the radio, but there was a chance that I had to be on the radio. And when I lived in Wyoming, I was in talks with multiple different radio stations, just talking, introducing myself, pleading my case why I should be on the radio with them. And basically, the day I was moving back to Montana, I got a call from one of the biggest radio station companies at in our country. It was Clear Channel Radio, which is now, I do believe, um, iHeartRadio. And now it's just like I had that opportunity and I had to turn it down, and I couldn't accept it because I had to come home. And it's been something that maybe I can look back on and say, you know what, maybe I wasn't ready yet because I was still young. I didn't really know what I really wanted out of life. And it's just one of those things where, um dang if you do, dang if you don't, type of situations. And I just felt like, later on in my life, I felt like it was what was best for my life. Now there was other hopes and dreams that I wanted. I always wanted that perfect marriage where I could have my own property, lots of land, have that family life. And yeah, there was times where I fell short. I didn't do what was right, or I didn't make the right decision on who I was with, or whatever the case. But I don't regret those because I got five of the most amazing kids that I created into this world. And it was just something I just can't, go, you know what? It was a mistake, because it wasn't a mistake. It was something that I am proud of because I love my kids. I really do. And even though I don't have that perfect life that I was hoping and dreaming for, doesn't mean that I still can't have that in some way, shape, or form. And the thing is I'm trying to tell you today is, don't give up on your hopes and dreams, because there's going to be times where you do fall short. But then there's also going to be times where you have someone in your life that tells you you can do your hopes and dreams. There was people all the time that were telling me, you can be on the radio, you can do your podcast, you will be successful, people will listen, people will do this and do that. But there's other people that were telling me, well, there was only very few people that I couldn't do anything. And there is just one person in particularly that was in my life that told me all my dreams were not possible. That being and doing my podcast or whatever wouldn't take me anywhere. It wouldn't make me any money. And yes, as of this point, I don't have a way of making money with this. And I wish I could. I wish I could use that money and use it towards upgrading my equipment, or donating that money to a good cause to help people in the community. That's what I want with this podcast. That's what I want with this goal, and my dream is to get into the community of what this podcast is, and make people feel confident, make people feel like they're not alone within their struggles, their dreams, and all these things that we go within our life that are a daily struggle with people saying your dreams are not something that are realistic, but they are realistic. You have to fight for them. You have to do whatever you can every single day to do your best, to be at your best, to grow in every single way possible. Where there is a negative, there is always a positive. When there is someone telling you that you can't, you have to prove to them that you can. Because there was one point in my life where a guy that I went to church with that was a leader in a group that I was in told me that I wouldn't be successful, that one day I would be living in a cardboard box. And I took that. And at first, yes, that was hurtful. And it was something that I wish I never heard. But at the same point, that motivated me. That was a negative, and I turned it into a positive because I've never lived out on the street. I've never, well, let me take that back. There was times where I have lived in my car, and it was just for a short period of time, maybe 1 or 2 days. But besides that, I've never lived in a cardboard box. I have always had a place to live. I have always been successful. When I graduated from high school in 2004, I worked very hard. I worked 3 jobs. I barely had time to sleep. I earned everything I could with what I could. And I had a nice place to live. I had everything I could ever want when I turned out of high school because I worked hard, and I give thanks and I give props to how I was raised, and I give props to my family who had farms that showed me what true hard work is all about. You see, when I got into that car accident and I just about died and I was in a sling, and I went a month or two later to my uncle's for Thanksgiving, and he said I couldn't just sit around at the house. I had to do work to keep my stay for say. I was hurting, I was in pain, but he got me into that perspective that no matter how hard you are hurt and are in pain, you try the best you can to accomplish what you need to. Yes, there's times, even today with my back, that I just can't do it. Yes, there's times within my cancer that my body just feels drained, and half the day I feel like crap, and then I just don't do it. But my goal and my dream every single day is to do the best I can. Do what you can with the cards that are handed to you, because no matter how hard you try, no matter what you can do or what you can't do, you are able to accomplish anything you set your mind to. If you believe that God is on your side and he is your path, your roadmap, any dream that you have, as long as God wants you to be in that position, you will get there. And you can tell if you're not supposed to be in that position, or if that goal isn't right, if it's not happening. Maybe it's time to move on. Yes, me wanting to be a pastor, me wanting to be a drummer, me wanting to do radio stuff may have not happened the way that I wanted it to be in my life. But you know what? I'm here. I'm doing this right now, and you are watching this. And who knows who else is going to watch this? And they're going to think, you know what? I've been told in my life that my dreams are not able to be accomplished. But I'm here to tell you today that they are able to be accomplished. You just have to try hard. And if you fail, keep trying. If you fall down, pick yourself up and you do it again. Because this is your life. Don't let other people tell you what you're able to do with your life. Because I've had that. I've done that. I've listened to people say, you know what, maybe you should do this. You know, maybe this isn't what is best for you. And you know what? This is what's best for me because this is my life. They are not control of my life. I'm the only one who controls my life. I'm the only one who decides my destiny, not somebody else, but I am. Yes, they may be the ones saying, yes, you're welcome into this. Yes, You're hired. Yes, you're able to succeed at this or that, but it's you that chose to get to that spot. It's you that chose to become that person that is able to do what they're doing because of the dreams, the goals that you had. And as long as you accomplish them, you've done something good. And that's the last thing I want to talk about. Don't let one dream that you've accomplished seem like that is the only thing that has been good in your life. Because, yes, you may have lots of goals. Yes, some you succeed in. Yes, some you won't. But focus on the ones that you have accomplished and use those as your motivation to keep trying. You will always have your down moments. You will always have those times where you just feel like, you know what? Why did I even bother? Why did I even try? Well, maybe it wasn't meant to be. Maybe it's time for you to find out what is next in your life that you need to do. Maybe there's another goal. Maybe there's something else that you've wanted to do that maybe you should try to work for. Yes, I didn't get on the radio, but I found this platform to do what I am passionate about. Yes, it may not be sportscasting for basketball, but at least I'm talking about my feelings and my thoughts, because there could be something going on right now in somebody's life and they're watching this and going, you know what? He's right. I need to be more confident. Be confident in yourself. Believe in yourself. And that's why I say at the end of my podcast, do what you can, not what you can't. Because you have to believe in yourself. Because if you don't believe in yourself, then what are you doing with your life? If you don't believe that this is where you need to be in your life, then what are you truly doing? What are you thinking? I may not know you, but I'm telling you right now, I believe in you. And if someone isn't telling you that they believe in you, let me be the one to tell you right now that I believe in you. You can do anything you set your mind to. You can do anything that you want to accomplish. You just have to try and don't give up. There's someone that I know that has been having a rough time in their life. They don't have a car, they don't have a job. They're struggling financially to pay their bills. They live with their parents who are struggling themselves because of being on disability. They just are feeling hopeless. They're saying that they don't want to be on this earth anymore. They don't feel like anything is worth it. They aren't setting goals for themselves. They're not trusting in themselves that they can pull through these hard times. If you're going through that, do something to change it. Don't let yourself fall into a depression where all the things that you feel in your life have crumbled right before your very eyes. You have to succeed. You have to do what you can to make this world a better place by doing what you are best at. Find what you're good at and make it grow. Show your true potential, and you will succeed. I promise you that. So in the comment spot today, put what dreams have you accomplished in your life? Why were they important to you? How did you accomplish them? What did you do to complete those dreams, those hopes, and aspirations of what you wanted to do with your life? Because there's a lot of people that need that help, that advice. So let's put it in the comment spot. Talk about how many times you failed to get to your goal, your dream. How did that feel? Put in the comment spot, how did that feel when you had that? And most importantly, give people advice on why they should keep fighting for their dreams. Maybe I missed something. on this whole topic of why it's important to be on top of your dreams, your hopes, your aspirations, everything. Do that today. And as always, remember to think and be positive. Do what you can today, not what you can't. And I believe in you. Don't you think you should too? And if you see someone who served our military or police or fire departments or our hardworking people in our medical facilities, give them a fist bump, give them an elbow. Tell them how much you appreciate them. You never know how much they might appreciate that one random act of kindness. So do it today. And until the next time we talk, please be kind to one another. And please, please, please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and ring that bell for all the new videos that I post here on the Kent Holste Podcast. Take care, and God bless.